a Republican commentator. He serves on the Trump 2020 advisory board. He was with the president last night at the game. Welcome.
Welcome, Carol. How you doing?
The president left too soon.
Well, yeah, I'm still in shock, obviously, what happened. I'm a Georgian. My son attends UGA, so I'm running on fumes and adrenaline. I haven't slept much. So, but anyway, it was a great game. It was really awesome.
I know you were with the president part of the time. Did you talk to him about the end of the game?
No, actually, Alveda King and I met him at the Air Force One, where you saw the historical signing, which is so awesome to take the King Center and put it as a national park. And, you know, you saw in Mississippi, did the same thing. And that was really touching for him. We rode in the motorcade with him. We called it the Beast, the limo, the tank, as we call it. And we got to share a lot of really good, had some great dialogue about how happy he was as it relates to signing that. But also he touched on the fact of how black unemployment is down, African-American unemployment is down, is tremendously lowest in the history. And he's very, very moved about wanting to be move the needle on that and to be proactive in the next term of his administration to help, especially in parts of the inner city. We talked about Urban Revitalization Commission that Pastor Darrell Scott, and I'm actually on that, helping him, assisting him.
Okay,
and
so we did all of that.
Yeah.
Did all of that, which is great. I'm sure that Atlanta appreciates.
And we met the generals too, Carol.
Inciting that net.
We were with
that's
the generals.
good. That's
we were with
good.
the generals.
Why do you think, though, it was necessary for Mr. Trump to make a point about the national anthem, especially at a college football game, because they haven't been accused of kneeling much?
No, I think what it is, and respectfully, and I know the president, and you know, I watch a lot of guests and people come on the show and try to articulate his heart. Carol, I can tell you, he genuinely cares about the troops. I sat in the waiting room before we got to Air Force One with 2 brigadier generals, 1-star general, 2-star generals, lieutenant colonels from West Point, and they were so elated the fact that, you know, this president really, really cares about the military, and the president really does. And also in defense of him singing.
I understand that the president cares. I'm just wondering why he had to make a political statement.
It wasn't a political point.
Celebration of American sports, college sports.
Honestly, Carol, it wasn't a political point. That's just who President Trump is. He genuinely cares.
Come on, it was a political point.
No, that's your opinion, ma'am.
Yes.
No. I was with him. Here we go. I promise you, this is something that he genuinely cares about the troops. A lot of these folks are overseas defending this great nation.
Well, then my question for you is why isn't he going to an NFL game and doing that? Because that apparently where he says is the problem.
I can't speak for the president on where he's going to go, but I can tell you what I know about him, Carol. And the bottom line is he genuinely cares about these troops and this great nation and the people who serve this great nation. And also, too, I was there during the whole time with him. And it was very echoey in there and stuff. The president does know the national anthem, so I really can't believe we're actually talking about he doesn't know the words and everything. But I'll tell you this.
It's all over social media that he didn't know the words.
But let me tell you this, though. But, Carol, let me tell you this, though. Based on what I know about this president is that he's very emotional about the troops. And when he sings the national anthem, whether you want to stop and meditate into it and then start singing it again, that is the president that I know. And I'm telling you, so people can mix it around and flip it around and ever how they want to do it, but he genuinely cares about the national anthem and the troops. So it's a very emotional time for him, from him as the president. So don't believe all that he didn't know the words and all that. That's true fake news.
You know, I ask you that. Well, I do ask you that because there's this discourse going around that the president is losing it, right? That he's suffering from onset dementia. It was on MSNBC. They were discussing it, right? That he's mentally ill. I had a congresswoman from Wisconsin on yesterday saying that she thinks President Trump is mentally ill. And now people are pointing to this singing of the national anthem.
No. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Alveda King and I spent a long ride from Dobbins Air Force in the limo with him. We talked about a lot of great deals for the nation. This president is very competent. I guess as we go into 2020, we played the race cards, and now we're going to try to play the mental card. It won't work. This president is strong. He is very competent. And I'm going to sit on national TV and tell everyone that from the bottom of my heart, this president is very, very competent and very has the willingness to serve this nation and is 100% on board mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Oh, and by the way, we had a great prayer in the limo with Alveda King he wanted to hold hands, and we prayed for the nation. We prayed about the staff. We prayed about the people in the game being safe. There wouldn't any ill will, weird people come out and try to harm the game. And that was very touching to him. And so we were able to pray with him on that. So that was great.
Well, thanks for coming in and sharing your experiences with the president, Bruce Levell.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.